DrBoysTV.com is the home for intelligent Black people. And we are the kinds of Black people who are not afraid to ask hard questions and to find answers to those hard questions. We're also not afraid to talk about anything on this platform. And so I encourage you guys to continue to ask questions, continue to be smart, and don't just follow the crowd. Now, this week, of course, the big topic of conversation for everybody has been this thing called the coronavirus. The coronavirus is a big deal. Sounds pretty scary. Sounds pretty terrible. Nobody wants to get this thing, and it's really kind of shut down the whole country, shut down the whole world. Actually, everybody is sort of engaged in what they call social distancing, and it's getting people to pretty much just stay away from each other. Not hang out with each other, nothing like that. And I've noticed some things, and I kind of want to dig into some stuff and kind of talk about this. Now, on my Facebook page, I wrote a long post about it today, just kind of sharing some thoughts that I had. And I want to make it very, very clear that it's not a matter of feeling like that it's all a hoax. I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, although I do believe that there are conspiracies. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I do believe that conspiracies are real and they do exist. So here's some quick thoughts. First of all, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching, please hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching on Twitter, please share. Facebook, please retweet, stuff like that. Milton Miller says, I'm frozen. Am I frozen? Give me a yes or no if you can hear me and see me okay. Give me a yes or no if I'm coming through all right. What's going on Instagram? My Instagram is The Real Boyce Watkins. And also we have the Black Financial Channel, theblackfinancialchannel.com. The Black Financial Channel is on Instagram. So if you want to hear the financial analysis of all of this, it's been really interesting sort of breaking this down in terms of how to invest in this sort of environment. Feel free to go to theblackfinancialchannel.com. So anyway, here's the deal. Here's what I had personally seen. I don't know about what you guys have seen as far as, this virus, but, it's been kind of a somber sort of environment. A lot of people just kind of really scared, not really knowing what's what, not knowing what to do, not knowing where to go. And a lot of gathering on the internet. I'm noticing a lot of people gathering online. Earlier this week, we did a digital slumber party, which was really, really fun, which is basically my way of kind of saying, let's just have some fun. Let's just get together and talk a little bit tonight as Black people and just sort of do our thing and quarantine ourselves from all the coonery and the niggatry and the negativity and the racism that exists in the world and the ignorance in the world. And it was a lot of fun. We're going to do another one really soon. And actually Thursday night, we're doing Black Movie Night, where we're going to have filmmaker Mark Harris and also filmmaker Rick Mathis come through. And these are the Black filmmakers you should support because these are independent Black films. This is the real Black Hollywood. This is the Black Hollywood that comes out of the Black community, not the Jewish version of the Black Hollywood or the Black version of the Jewish Hollywood, which is what you're used to. So anyway, so we're doing some stuff. Things are happening. And so you're sort of in my own neighborhood. I've noticed that honestly, a lot of people, they're just not getting scared anymore. I find that people, are kind of just like, yeah, okay, another celebrity got the virus. And then what happens is that there's a lot of people, I remember when I would hear about celebrities getting the virus, I remember I was like, okay, so are any of these celebrities going to die? I said, if a celebrity dies, then that would probably shock me more than just somebody saying, I have the virus. And then they're fine, right? So they're interviewing Donovan Mitchell, who plays for the Utah Jazz. He's fine. They interview Rudy Gobert, who plays for the Utah Jazz. He's fine. They show Kevin Durant, who plays for the Boston or the Brooklyn Nets. He's fine. They showed Tom Hanks and Rita Hayward, who caught the coronavirus. They're fine. They showed Idris Elba, who caught the coronavirus. He's fine. They show all these politicians who have the coronavirus. They're fine. I just haven't seen anybody getting sick. I haven't seen any celebrities on stretchers or connected to respirators. I'm sure with all the fear porn that they put in the media, all the different ways they work to pretty much scare you into doing things. I'm sure if one of them died, if one of them just got really sick, then they would just market the shit out of that. Even though it's interesting because when you market something in a major way, you make it bigger than what it is. Joseph Stalin used to have a statement, this saying that he used, where he said that a one death is a tragedy and a million deaths is a statistic. So if I take a country of 331 million people, where people die every day, thousands of people die every day, thousands of people die every day. Um, you know, how much does one death really impact the entire country? How much does one death? I don't know. It's up to you to decide that. Some of you are asking, where's my article on the coronavirus? If you go on Facebook and just look for my Facebook page, just type in my name, Boyce Watkins, and you can find it there. I also put it on the blog, on the YouTube channels and stuff. It wasn't intended to be an article. I don't write as many articles as I used to, but I just started writing. I was writing out my thoughts, and then I just kept going and going and going. And I said, okay, let me just make this into a thought out kind of article. It doesn't mean I know all the answers. It just means I'm thinking out loud, because I can't help but feel like this is about more than a virus. And also, it seems to me that, the real virus, so what we know about the coronavirus is the mortality rate's about 2%. 2%. That means if 50 people are infected, one of them is going to die. If 50 people are infected, one of them is going to die. Okay. Okay. That's bad. But here's the other interesting fact. Out of that those people that die, that 1 in 50, a lot of those people are old and sick. A lot of those people are in nursing homes. A lot of those people have pre-existing conditions. Now, some of y'all keep on bringing up Oprah. Okay, all right. I'm gonna take the bait. So I said, why is Oprah sex trafficking trending? That would be interesting. Okay, let me type Oprah sex fact check. Did Oprah Winfrey say she brought young? Okay, there's nothing here. There's not. So if you see something, here we go. So here there's an article that says no, Oprah did not get arrested for sex trafficking. Everyone's just losing their minds during the coronavirus panic. HDFS program to host symposium on sex trafficking crisis. Yeah, I don't think Oprah was sex trafficking, but I don't. Now, the hashtag Oprah knew is a pretty big hashtag on Twitter, that Oprah knew about Harvey Weinstein. And I do believe that. I believe Oprah did know about Harvey Weinstein. I think a lot of people knew about Harvey. Ava DuVernay actually has a post, and I like Ava DuVernay, so don't think that this is anti-Ava at all. But I remember Ava DuVernay actually posted something where she said in 2012, she said, I've heard all the rumors about Harvey, but I love him anyway, or something like that, or I think he's brilliant, or so. It was something like that. And so a lot of people are holding Ava accountable for what she tweeted back in 2012. So a lot of people knew about Harvey Weinstein. Even I knew a little bit about Harvey, but only through Damon Dash. Damon Dash and I were friends, and we still are. He's a cool dude. And I remember Damon told me all about Harvey, and Vlad from Vlad TV. He and I had a conversation about Damon Dash cussing out Harvey Weinstein in public. And at that time, everybody thought Dame was stupid and crazy for doing that, but it turns out that he was actually right. I don't know. But so if you want to give somebody credit, you got to give Dame Dash credit for the fact that he was one of the few people that actually, had the courage to confront Weinstein on his behavior before it became a thing, before it became a trend. Back then, it was, like, oh my God, how dare you say that to Harvey Weinstein? You must be crazy. But, to Dame's credit, he actually cussed him out in front of everybody. And there were people that saw it. And in fact, when I talked to Vlad from Vlad TV, when I talked to him about it, he was almost saying it as a warning, like, be careful because Dame is crazy. Dame cussed out Harvey Weinstein. You can't do that. That's crazy. Because at the time, everybody wanted to be next to Weinstein. The Oprahs and everybody else wanted to be Weinstein's buddy. And Dame was like, fuck, F him. You know what I mean? Like he was just like, no, this dude is doing sick shit with these women in the back. And now here's the thing. He didn't say that it was rape. He didn't say it was non-consensual. And that's the thing about Hollywood. Hollywood's a funny place where you got a lot of people just doing a whole lot of really debaucherous stuff. So Hollywood's a pretty nasty place. That's just what it is. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Everybody, please, right now, hit the thumbs up button. Please share, please retweet, all that good stuff. Also, if you want to join us for Black Movie Night on Thursday, just go register at blackmovienight.net. That's blackmovienight.net, not .com.net, blackmovienight.net. It's important because I want us to gather to support Black filmmakers because we're building a new Black Hollywood, a better Black Hollywood. We're doing kind of like the intelligent version of a Tyler Perry thing. Tyler Perry without the Medea dresses, and we're building an industry. So we could use your help, use your support. All you got to do is come show up and support these Black filmmakers that are doing the damn thing. And if you are a Black filmmaker and you have a movie that you want people to see, and you want to be considered for a Black movie night, email your information, email your content over to producer@flynubianmedia.com. That's producer@flynubianmedia.com. Fly Nubian Media is the company that owns Fly Nubian Queen and some other stuff. So producer@flynubianmedia.com. Taryn will take a look at it. Just be quick in your email because she gets a lot of email. So anyway, Angelique, thank you for your donation. She says, Doc, I'm a healthcare CT MRI technologist, and I can tell you it's no joke. What's scary is the randomness of it. We don't have enough supplies to protect us. That is interesting. That is the scary thing. I think the unknown is what's scaring a lot of people when it comes to the virus. Nobody really knows what to expect or what to think, right? And I think also a lot of people, nobody wants to take it too lightly. Like, you don't want to walk around saying, oh, viruses are not a big deal. But, here's the deal. So let me read some of this from CNN, where they were talking about who's been dying from the coronavirus. First of all, 111 people in America have died. 111 people seems like a big number, but it's nothing when you're talking about a country of 360 million people. Seriously, like 111, like that, you get more Black people shot on the south side of Chicago every summer, so it's not in a month. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, I think they have weekends in Chicago where dozens of people get shot in one weekend. So, and that's in one city, that's not nationwide. So I'm not saying that it's not a big deal. I'm just saying that, how do you balance? I'm asking out loud because I'm figuring this out. How do you balance between, protecting the public versus not shutting everything down? Because, the biggest virus that we know the coronavirus has a 2% mortality rate, but the virus that has the 100% mortality rate is the virus of fear. Fear will shut everything down. Fear will shut shit down and never let it come back. So now you got everybody staying home from work. You got people staying not shopping. You've got businesses that are having to lay people off. You got banks that are not going to get repaid on their loans because the businesses don't have any cash flow. The whole economy is going to shut down. Like, you're going to see like significant long-term economic damage. You might see a Great Depression come out of this. I don't know. Maybe the stimulus packages can work or something, but you're going to see some real significant economic damage. And so I'm just trying to figure out, is there a plan to get us back to action? Like maybe, is it possible? Is it feasible to just say, okay, you know what? There's this virus. It's infected, 5, 6, 7,000 people. By the time it's done, it's going to infect 1 million people. 2% of those people are going to die. 2%, right? 2% is bad. But you know what? So 2% out of 1 million people. What is 2% out of 1 million people? My brain's tired. 20,000 people. Okay, so if 1 million people get the flu, or 10 million people get the flu, more than 20,000 people die. I don't know how many people die every year from the flu, but a lot of people die from the flu. I'm not saying that it's not a big deal. I'm just saying that at some point you got to get back to living life, and I think I'm probably a little bit biased because I'm a Black man. As a Black man, there's been 1,000 ways for me to die since I was young. Like, seriously, I mean, if you're a Black male, do you know how many ways there are for you to die or go to jail? Like, you could get shot by another brother. You could get killed by a cop. You can, end up getting life in prison because somebody falsely accused you of rape. You could get caught up where you riding in the car with your homeboy who's got some dope and you don't even know it. Like there's a million ways a Black man, you could go sleep with the wrong girl and catch, some real deadly disease. Like, I'm just saying that there's so many different ways that a Black man could die. And it's probably higher than the mortality rate higher than the mortality rate of the coronavirus. Black men been in a war zone since the time we're born. My life was in jeopardy from the time my mother got pregnant with me because Planned Parenthood was hunting my ass down, saying a baby's about to be born. And just like they hunted down baby Jesus before he was born, they hunted down the Black man because they know the Black man is going to be the king of all kings, and they want to kill the king before the king becomes a man. And a lot of Black men, it works. A lot of Black men never get a chance to become a man. They either die before they're born because somebody convinces their mother to abort them, or they die when they're children. They die in the educational system where their brains are so fucked up that they never actually become anything. They become ignorant rappers or something where they're never going to actually serve their true purpose. Or maybe they die economically where they can't, make a difference in the world because they can't even pay the bills. Or maybe they end up in prison, or maybe they just die and become little boys, or maybe they convince them to become little girls. They feminize the black man. So the black man gets slaughtered on a regular basis. That's why, ladies, when you get 30 years old and you're looking for a man to marry, you look around and all you see are little boys, little girls, prison inmates, and dead people. Like, you don't see real men in your community because they killing all your men like at an 80% mortality rate. Like, seriously, like finding like real black men, it ain't so easy in some places. There are some places, like go to like the hood, go to like the most devastated black neighborhood you can find. I'm talking about where shit's just fucked up and people are just dying everywhere, and there's poverty and everything else. And look around, and I want you to try to find, solid black men that you could marry, like men that you could marry, have kids with, start a business with, build an empire with. A lot of those men, the men that are left behind are not the kinds of men that you can build a nation on. I'm not saying that they're not worthy human beings. I'm not saying that they're lower quality or they mean less than the rest of us. What I'm saying is that, when I'm running with Alicia, we went jogging through West Atlanta, and we were running to my grandmother's grave. That was our goal for the day. We wanted to go jogging and go find my grandma's grave because my grandmother Felicia died there in 2013. And so I'm running through West Atlanta, and I'm looking around and I'm seeing all these abandoned buildings. Buildings with busted out windows, garbage everywhere, and I'm seeing black men, but the black men ain't really, most of them wasn't doing nothing. Like, they were sitting on the corner, just sitting there. And I mean, I can't imagine, I don't know about you, but I can't imagine somebody's daughter going to a place like that and finding a husband. These black men, they didn't look like they had any money in their pocket. Some of them looked strung out on dope. Some of them looked like they didn't have shit to do. Like, why are you sitting in front of the store, just sitting there at 11 o'clock in the afternoon? You're supposed to be at work or something, right? The only people in that hood getting money were white people. The white construction workers and Latino construction workers and the Arab guy that owned the corner store. Like, and then I saw a church that looked like a fucking castle right in the middle of complete devastation. So this is kind of what the reality that you see as a black man. So when I see all of that, I guess having that experience doesn't make me fear a virus with a 2% mortality rate where only 1 in every 50,000 people is even going to get infected in the first place. Like, right now, only 1 in every 50,000 Americans is infected by the coronavirus. The number's probably higher than that because they're not testing everybody. So that's a reality, right? But when you tell me that 1 in every 50 infected people is going to die, like, so it means you have 100 infected people in the room, 2 of them are going to die, and 1 of them was probably a senior citizen or somebody who was sick anyway. That just, as a black man, that just doesn't cause me to want to freeze up and not do anything and not go outside and not ever go to work again and not do business and not go shake hands with people and not go visit my loved ones, like, to sit in fear, or go buy 18,000 rolls of toilet paper. It's just not going to do that. So anyway, and it really, here's the other thing too, as a public figure, which I guess I kind of am because people know who I am, I guess. I go places and people recognize me. I'm probably at higher risk of getting the virus than most people are because I shake a lot of hands. When you go places and you meet people, first thing you do is shake hands, give hugs. You're constantly in people's spaces. That's why you're seeing a lot of these celebrities get it, because everywhere they go, people want to shake their hand. So it doesn't surprise me that celebrities are getting it. What I was waiting for was I wanted to see what was going to happen next. Like, if you show me, like, I think Drake is self-quarantined now. Maybe Drake has it. So if you show me Drake on a stretcher or Drake on a ventilator or Drake in a casket, then I'm kind of like, okay, this is the problem, But actually, in the article on CNN, here's the deal. They said that of all the people that have been infected, most of these people are over the age of 60. Older adults are twice as likely to have a serious illness from the novel coronavirus, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The majority of the people who died are in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. The youngest were in their early to mid 50s. The youngest. Many lived in nursing homes or other facilities. The deadliest cluster so far has been linked to a nursing home in Kirkland, Washington. More than 20 people who lived there and someone who visited the facility have died. People who lived in the long-term facilities in Washington, Florida, and Kansas contracted the virus and died. Many of them had other health problems. Diabetes, emphysema, or heart problems were among the pre-existing conditions that some people suffered before they were diagnosed with coronavirus. Only a few had traveled abroad, and then et cetera, et cetera. So they got more facts here in terms of the states that they were in and stuff like that. It looks like most of the deaths occurred in California, which, doesn't surprise me because California is a very large state. New York is up there too, I think. Oh, wait, Washington. Okay, so it looks like Washington's number one. So Washington obviously has an issue, but they got 54 people. So 54. So 54 out of, so what's the population of Washington? The population of Washington. The population of Washington state is 7.5 million people. So 54 out of 7.5 million. Now, mind you, again, viruses are nothing to play with because viruses can grow exponentially. They can, they can infect just a few people in the beginning and keep multiplying and stuff like that. And actually, it's funny. I learned a little bit about viruses when I was working on my PhD because actually the models that we use to describe how money grows when you compound your interest when you invest it actually comes from how viruses are modeled. So the reason that people are able to build a lot of wealth by consistently investing is because your money literally grows like a virus, like it grows exponentially fast. That's why Albert Einstein actually said that compound interest is the strongest force in the universe. He said, I can't believe how small amounts of money can grow so fast with consistent investing. So I encourage you guys to make sure you're investors. Give me a yes or no if you're already investing. I want every Black person that talks to me, every Black person in my space to be, at least a stock market investor. So or an entrepreneur or something. Like I want you to own something. So give me a yes or no if you're an owner, boss, or you're about to become an investor. If you're not an investor, here's what you do. I want you to get on your Cash App and I want you to promise me today that you're going to just buy at least a few shares of stock or at least one share or a few $10 worth or whatever of stock for your children, for your family. Give me a yes. Just give me a yes. I want everybody to give me a yes. Give me a yes to say that you either are doing it or you're going to do it when you hang up on this conversation. Like it doesn't take much. I'm not asking you to go put a ton of money in. I'm talking about just love yourself and care about your future and your family's future as much as you care about, buying Air Jordans or going out to Applebee's or whatever it is. And don't be cheap with yourself. Like don't be a person that goes and will go drop $100 at the club, but will only put $10 in your investment portfolio. That's not the habit of a wealth builder. A wealth builder is a person who might drop $10 at the club, but put $100 in their portfolio, or maybe they'll put $100 at the club and then they'll match that with their investment, right? Work hard, play hard. It's not about denying yourself the things that you enjoy. You can enjoy everything. Just make sure you're planning for the future. You got to plant seeds. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm very proud of. I'm very proud of the fact that in the short lifetime that God will give me on this earth, that I will be able to go to my grave saying that I got hundreds of thousands of Black people to become investors and wealth builders. Because by doing that, you don't understand. When you do look at the mathematics in terms of how money grows, you will find that this is actually stronger than any reparations bill that white people will ever pass for you. White people, no disrespect, if you white, you're welcome to be in here. I don't really give a shit, but they don't love you. They don't care about your community. They're not going to take care of you. You got to take care of you. That's the way it's always been. That's the way it's always going to be. So just do the basics. Just do the basics, and you're gonna be amazed at what the results look like. And some of you may already have been, are seeing the results. And I get your emails, I see your videos, I see your testimonials. So please keep doing that. Okay, guys. So anyway, I'm about to get out of here. Please hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button before you go. Some of you are asking about our program for children. Our investing business school for children is at blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. That's blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. So feel free to check that out. And I'm out of here, guys. So don't forget, Black Movie Night is Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. If you'd like to register for Black Movie Night, go to blackmovienight.net. That's blackmovienight.net, and sign up and show up, and let's show out and support and build and just give our love to the Black people in the entertainment industry who are helping us to build something for the future. So take care, guys. I'm out of here. Have a good day. I'll see you soon. Peace.